Hi, this is Mike Power, President and CEO of Silver Range Resources, and this is a quick update on our legal tender property. First, a quick word from our lawyers. Legal tender is located in Nye County in the Royston Hills, about 62 kilometers northwest of Tonopah. It's accessible via the Pole Line Road and a short 4x4 road. The property consists of 12 claims at the moment. They're on BLM land with no surface impairments, and they cover a lot of historic showings. Legal tenders in the Republic Mining District, discovered in 1905 by Louis Sirac. It blossomed briefly in 1913 with the discovery and development of the Orizaba mine. The mine produced about 180,000 ounces of silver that are documented between 1913 and 1918. It's been pretty quiet since. Legal tender is northwest of the Orizaba mine in the Republic District, and it covers several historic showings. The Highland and FARRIS zones produced during the heyday of the Orizaba District. The Black Butte produced briefly between 1963 and 68. Legal tender is located in the Walker Lane on the northeast flank, also near a series of Oligocene ignimbrites about the same age as the mineralization found at Round Mountain. Here's the regional setting. Legal tender here is underlain primarily by Looning Formation, carbonates and minor metavolcanics. It's also partially overlapped by tertiary intermediate lavas and basalts. At the property scale, here's the geology. The Looning Formation is shown here with the carbonate member shown in blue and the metavolcanic member shown in gray. Cutting the Looning, and only the Looning, are a series of veins shown here in orange. The rocks are overlain to the south by a basalt, basically a phonolite of much younger age. The vein systems on the property form two trends, which we have imaginatively named the main and northeast trends. Here's a close-up view of the main trend. There's been minor silver production from two locations. This is the location of the FARRIS mine, and the Black Butte mine is up here. We recorded our highest silver assays in this portion of the property with a best assay of 1,800 grams from material from a dump down here. There are extensive workings on the property in spite of the fact that it's largely overburden covered. And the trend of the mineralization, as we'll see, follows a pronounced geophysical feature. Let's have a quick flight down it. We're in the area of the Black Butte mine here. Most of the workings you'll see on the property are inclined shafts because the veins dip moderately either to the west in this case here or to the south in the case of the northeast trend. All of the high grading that went on here is fairly small scale, but it obviously paid, and they worked at the Black Butte mine, as I said, between 63 and 68. Here's the northeast trend. Now it's a little different. There appears to be a bend or flexure in the overall line of mineralization in this area, and production from this area is largely concentrated in the area of the Highland mine down here. And as we'll see, there's a whole series of inclined shafts along a vein system that runs along here and is inferred to run over to this vein system here. And as you see, we've got some decent silver numbers from this. So let's fly down the northeast trend. We're starting at the south end. We're heading to the north. And you can see in the foreground these inclined shafts that exploited the largely southwest dipping vein in this area. Further along trend, the vein flexes off to a southwest trend, and it's now dipping off to the southwest or the southeast in this area here. We believe the mineralization we're seeing at legal tender is intermediate sulfidation, largely because of the high silver content. So the veins would be similar in style to low sulfidation veins in terms of structural setting, in that they'd be vein, breccia, stockwork hosted. and this conforms to what we see on the property. However, this is a high silver prospect. We've run some geochemistry on the project. This is a close-up of a test grid we did in the center of the project, and as you'll see, the silver numbers tend to correlate with the silver veins, and there's some downhill dispersion. We ran total magnetic field and horizontal loop EM surveys at legal tender this year. You can see here that their vein systems and the silver numbers have a slight correlation with the magnetics, but a much better correlation with the apparent resistivity. There appears to be a resistivity break along the main trend, which localizes the veins that are found there. There's less clear relationship between the resistivity and the mineralization in the northeast trend, but we feel that this geophysical result is particularly useful for exploration on the main trend. So what's next at legal tender? Well, we'd like to finish soil geochem surveys over the rest of the vein systems. Soils appear to be a useful tool in locating blind mineralization beneath the overburden. The overburden is not thick here, so trenching might be a useful tool in preparing the property for drilling. And we think that's the next step. Stay tuned.